Hey guys, today we are going to look at the Portronics Chicklet. It's a foldable, portable, rechargeable keyboard. It's a Bluetooth keyboard from Portronics. It's available on Amazon for about 1080 rupees. And during this pandemic, since we're working from home, a lot of us are working remotely. There have been instances where I've been out and I've received a call from office saying that they need a particular email or they need some data and I have to send that out. So most of the times I do it off my phone. I carry my iPad with me almost all the time and I do it off my iPad. So typing long emails on the phone or the iPad can be a little cumbersome at times. So I was just going through Amazon and I found this. It has an MRP of 2000, but again, it's available currently on Amazon for 1080. You guys can go ahead and check it out. And let's quickly unbox this and check what we have. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in. Looking at some basic information available at the back. It has a really old version of Bluetooth. It has Bluetooth 3.0. Claims to have a working distance of 8 to 10 meters and a total battery life of 140 hours. So overall it has a small battery, but looking at the form factor, I don't think that's big of a deal. And it's compatible with iOS, Windows and Android. I'm not really sure which versions of iOS and Android this is going to support, but let's see what we have in the packet. Okay, we have some paperwork, which is the user manual. Tells us about the LEDs and everything. And we have a micro USB cable to charge it. And here we have the keyboard itself. So, as you guys can see, really small. If I put an iPhone right next to it, it's pretty compact. Even as far as the thickness is concerned, the thickness is about 2 phones, that's it, and that's folded. So that's the layout, standard layout with this gap in the middle. Obviously to fold, you do need that. We have the charging port right here and no other ports to speak of. We have the power button on the top. We have the status light on. If we connect it to the charger, we have a small charging LED at the top as well, and here is a button to connect. So I just pressed it once. The status LED is flashing blue at the moment, and we will get this paired in just a second. And the keys are really shallow. The space bar is a split kind of a space bar, half on the side, half on the side, and we have proper arrow keys, and we have the function key as well with certain shortcuts at the top with the number row. We do not have a dedicated function row in this, which is again kind of understandable because of the size of this. But overall, the keys are kind of shallow, really soft, but the overall actuation force that you need is decent. So you would not have, I don't think you would have any accidental clicks over here. Now, because of this particular layout, as you guys can see, the T key is longer than the rest of the keys, and the B and V are actually shorter than a lot of others. I'm not really sure why this was done. Maybe to save space, or that's all the space that they had left. No, I'm not sure. So let's get connected to the iPad that I have lying around and see what we can do with this. And as I told you guys, we have the function keys with the number keys at the top. So we do have media controls at the top as well to play, pause, skip tracks, and increase or decrease the volume. Let's see how that works, and let's get this paired up. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have this set up with the iPad now. and it was fairly easy to set up. I just had to press the connect key on the keyboard once. The LED light, the status LED started flashing blue. I searched for available Bluetooth devices on the iPad. I was easily able to spot the Bluetooth 3.0 keyboard, and one tap, boom, got connected. Now, if we go to notes just to test this out, this would definitely get easier with time. It would take some getting used to in the beginning. So one problem that I see right off the bat is the fact that this does have a little elevation as far as some feet are concerned, maybe a millimeter or so, millimeter or two at most, but there is no rubberized or any sort of a padding at the bottom. So if you have it on a desk which is a little slippery like the one that I have, it is going to slip while you're typing. So this is definitely something that you might need to watch out for. Now, since I have this over here on the iPad, let's see. Yeah. Now that I have it on some sort of a surface which has some friction, the keyboard is much more stable. I am not experiencing that drag, so to speak. It's not slipping actually on the desk anymore. But the typing experience overall is okay. This is not something that you would want to use for a long term, but something quick and easy if you want to get it out of the way. Yeah, this would be really handy and definitely more comfortable than what you have with the on-screen keyboards at times. But yeah, this is definitely something which is subjective. I prefer a proper keyboard to type on instead of the on-screen keyboard, especially with when it comes to tablets and iPads and touchscreen devices with fairly larger screens. With the phone, I am still very comfortable with, because it's just my thumbs that I am using. I don't have to use all my fingers to type fast with that. But yeah, overall this is a decent device at 1000, even at 1100, 1200. I can definitely see someone getting this as a portable device to use. And a lot of people these days have Android TVs at home as well, right? And when you're searching for anything, maybe on YouTube or any other app like Netflix or Amazon Prime, it is cumbersome at times to navigate the alphabets using the remote which is there with your Bluetooth keyboard. So this is something which can come in handy. You can have it folded on your nightstand like this and pair it with your TV. Whenever you need to search for something, you just pick it up, type in whatever you want to, and just go ahead and search for that. So being such a portable thing, and this is definitely something which is easily pocketable as well. You can just put it in the back pocket of your jeans and walk around with it. Now, using it with a TV or maybe an iPad at home is something that I can see this product being used as. On the go, you're in a coffee house, you have your iPad with you, you are typing a document using this keyboard. That's another use. And let me know what you guys think in the comments, what this sort of a keyboard can be used for apart from the two that I've already mentioned. And you can also check out the link for this product if you want to buy it in the description below. And until next time, take care.